Welcome back to the new #1 morning show in Northwest Indiana. News, sports, education, and entertainment. Wake Up GI with Jeffrey Smith. Brought to you by the Geary Community Schools Corporation.
All right, everybody, we are back, top of the hour on a beautiful Tuesday. It is the 8th of February, 2022. And this is Wake Up GI with Jeffrey Smith. As promised, we're going to get to talk a little art and culture here. I've got a young lady by the name of Miss Jackie DeRosa. She is working with the Red, White, and Black Project. And I was talking a little bit about this earlier today. I know Mr. Tyrell Anderson, co-founder of the DK Devils and a photographer and an artist in his own right. He is one of the participants in this. So I'm very eager to learn about this because it's pretty, I've kind of gotten into these cultural art museums in the neighborhood. We've got one out on Lake Street at Miller. I actually got married in there.
Oh, nice.
And I'm just a fan of that. And so Hammond, one of my favorite cities. Your mayor is one of my good friends, Mayor Tommy Mack.
Right.
And so I'm just excited. So without further ado, let's go ahead and get into it. Tell me a little bit give us a little bit about you, your background.
Well, thank you so much for having me, first off. I'm the program director at the Hammond Development Corporation.
Nice.
So the Hammond Development Corporation has been around for more than 20 years.
Yeah.
And it's what I call the gem that very few people know about.
Yes.
So we've been trying to change that.
Yeah.
And the HDC is in downtown Hammond at 5233 Holman Avenue.
That's the incubator building.
That's the incubator building we call the hub.
Yes.
Right. And so we are all about, our mission is to foster small business development, job creation, the promotion of the arts. So we're all about helping entrepreneurs get started strong and thriving in our community.
Yeah.
And so one of those things is artists are entrepreneurs.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
So they, like every small entrepreneur, are great at what they do, but maybe need a little help on the business side of things.
Yeah.
Right? So that's what we tried to do. And, probably we started what we call the Creative Hub Gallery.
Yes.
In the Hub building in 2019.
Yeah.
With Felix Maldonado.
Yeah.
So you probably know Felix.
Yes.
He's a really celebrated artist in our
Yes.
area, and unfortunately he couldn't be here. He had some car troubles, but he's been our curator since the very beginning. And when I became program director, there was a program kind of started that never got off the ground about the arts.
Yeah.
And I sat down with Felix and I said, we need to do something here.
Yes.
I think the arts bring in people to the area, right?
Yes.
And Hammond, we're all about redeveloping downtown.
Right.
The mayor's got a big push on it, but we've always been about that because we've always been downtown, the HDC. So Felix and I sat down and said, what are we going to do?
Yes.
So we were very lucky to get a grant from the Hammond Urban Enterprise Association to start the gallery.
Right.
So if you've never been in our building at 5233, I invite all of your listeners to come down and see it. It's an amazing building. The lobby is like a football field. So we have a lot of wall space.
Yeah.
So I'm like, why can't we start a gallery
Why
here?
not?
Right?
Yes.
So let's have some art events. Let's bring some people in. So Felix is the creative genius. I'm the fundraiser, sponsorship gainer.
The curator of it.
Yeah, he's the curator.
Well,
I'm the one who sits down with him and goes, hey, Felix, let's do another exhibit. And he goes, okay.
Yeah.
Because Felix has nothing else to do but my stuff, right? Felix, if you're listening, I know how busy you are.
Exactly. We're talking with Ms. Jackie DeRosa of the HDC. That's the Hammond Development Corporation. And I want to get into this event, and you can tell me a little about Red, White, and Black, correct?
Right.
But, there is somebody right now that is listening, I know very personally, that loved what you just started off by talking about the arts being a part of an integral part of revitalization of a city. And as when I don't know what the charge is or what the formation of the Hammond Development Council was. I mean, obviously, it's probably self-explanatory. You're trying to do some development, not necessarily economic development, but development in other ways and support projects. But to have that kind of open mind that you're saying, you know what, art and culture is a part of this. This is how we're going to revitalize our cities, how we're going to bring some vigor to it. I mean, was this something that you came into this position as, or was it already there? I mean, what was it like when you got to the HDC?
So the HDC has changed a lot under the leadership of Jen Bussey, who is our current executive director.
Yes.
And the HDC owns the building that the Toll Theater is in.
Yes.
So we've always had this connection to the arts.
Yes.
And Kevin Bellamy and Jeff Casey, who run the Toll Theater, are just amazing and have done so much to keep downtown Hammond going. But we're like, okay, let's expand on that. Right? And so comes our relationship with Felix, who has done a lot of work in Hammond and is now happens to be one of the tenants in one of our other buildings in downtown.
Nice.
And his generosity is just unbelievable.
Yeah.
So we sat down and said, let's do this. I said, Felix, you know the artist, right?
Right.
That's not my area of expertise. Let's talk about different projects, different ideas. And so he and I will always come up with ideas for shows.
Right.
Then he does the call for the artist.
Yeah.
So obviously COVID put a damper on things, right?
Yes.
We started our first show at the last quarter of 2018.
Oh.
Then in 2019, we had 4 shows.
Yeah.
Then comes COVID. So we try to do a virtual show. We did a virtual show, and it was called Framers of the Lost Art, and it was great and wonderful. But
I like that. That's cute. Framers of the Lost Art.
Yeah, and it was fabulous.
Yeah.
But it was a virtual show.
Yeah.
Art, in my opinion, is meant to be experienced live, right?
Yeah.
And so we kind of took a hiatus then.
Mm-hmm.
But now we're back, and so this is our first in-person show.
Yeah.
Since 2020. And, I've been wanting to do something to celebrate Black History Month.
Yeah.
And so Felix and I in January sat down and I said, I want to do a show, celebrating Black History Month. And I said, can we pull it off in that amount of time? And Felix is always like, yeah, of course we can.
Yeah.
So we came up with this concept, Red, White, and Black.
Yeah.
And it's, observations of the social, cultural, and political lives of Black America.
Right.
So, Felix did a call for artists, and that always scares me because I'm always thinking, no one's going to show up.
Right, nobody's going to buy in.
Nobody's going to buy in. Okay, we have 11 artists.
Yeah, you do.
It's awesome.
Yeah.
11 artists.
Now, does it give you encouragement? Because as you're talking about this, I keep going back to talking with Mayor Tom, and when I think about Festival of the Lakes, I think about 219, I think about all the things that he's doing to try to bring entertainment. And then, we deal with it over here in this part of Northwest Indiana. You have the looming lure of the casinos. They loom large. With the venues and bringing them. And so here you have community art that is out here, kind of shining through. I mean, I was talking with, as I said, the Miller Beach Creative Arts District, Jennifer Okanura, about the very same thing. And so as I look and I see, how you are trying to shine or trying to show what you all are doing in the midst of all this other stuff going on, I think is very impressive. And so I'm glad that you went forward with the idea that you're coming back. And do you see more projects coming now that you're getting this going?
Oh, absolutely. I mean, it's our goal to continue.
Yeah.
The idea was try to do 3 to 4 exhibits a year. Right. Obviously, we do that through sponsorship.
Right.
And we're very, very lucky. Centier Bank happens to be our sponsor for this event. And, we have been lucky to get the support of businesses in the area, because that's what it takes. I mean, and when we put on a show, I feel like when you're entertaining someone, you do it like you're going to do it in your home, like you're bringing your friends. So, I'm all about food and music and something to drink.
Now you got me interested.
Yeah, so we're going to have, and I'm also happy to promote all of the entrepreneurs who have been through our programs.
Yeah.
So our food is going to be by Nikki's Urban Eats.
Oh, okay, I know
Our
that.
decorations are going to be by Desserts and Decor by Sibylicious. We have a gentleman that goes by Tin Rock who's going to be doing the music.
Yeah.
So I'm really excited about that too. I think that's important too, because it brings in the small business community.
It does. And you one of the things, and it's unfortunate for us, he's a friend of mine, but he still has a little satellite office here. But it was a big coup when Drew Fox came over to Hammond, of course, with 18th Street Brewery. I know he's doing some more expansion and things like that. And you all are turning into quite the little small business hub, to be honest with you. I mean, I know a number of people that have kind of gone over there, find a very favorable relationship with the city. And I've just been sitting over here kind of watching. I've been fortunate to meet some of you all. So this bodes well for you.
Great. Yeah. I mean, I'm so excited about it. I'm always excited when we have a brand new show, because always incredible to see what people are doing creatively, right?
Yes.
And it sparks us too. Even though I'm more on the business side of things, it sparks something in me, some creativity. And then to be able to bring in other small entrepreneurs to, assist in the endeavor and make it special. It's amazing.
It is, and I'm gonna tell you this. I'm appreciative of the fact because when you kind of think about the arts and things like that, a lot of times we're a very eclectic area, Northwest Indiana, I believe. But you kind of think that maybe those things are going to go on in Valpo and things like that. So it's so great to see the artistic, creativity start to come out over in our part of the region because, of course, with the steel mill and a lot of these rustic type of things here, to get these artists inspired and like what they're doing, like there's a Sparkle House in Miller and what you all are doing in some of your areas over in Hammond. I mean, and it gets people energized. It makes people want to kind of do things. So I think that this is absolutely amazing.
Thank you. I mean, so do I. And I mean, our event is open to the public.
Yeah.
It's free. And, one of the great things about the gallery is because we have such great sponsorship, we do not charge any artists to have a show in the gallery.
Right.
As a matter of fact, we try to give them a stipend for, their materials and things.
I can draw stick figures.
And then, I would too, but it would be scary. And then, if they put their work up for sale and it sells, they get 100% of the proceeds.
Wow.
So it's something we feel that we can give back, but I feel like we get so much more. I mean, there's nothing better than coming into work and seeing a beautiful wall of artistic creations that changes 4 times a year.
I mean, you all have to get this out a little more because I know that that is kind of the new thing right now. There's I had a woman on this show. Her and her husband bought a home and they've painted it pink and it's very eclectic. It's called the Sparkle House, and it's the premise behind that is for artists who come into the region, need a place to stay, rent free, just create. That's the only requirement there. They're looking for a spot and things like that. This is exactly what you all are doing there, and I think that these artists, young, old, all different ages, that are looking for some kind of communion, some kind of a home, a place to just kind of sit and let those things come out. Now we're finding that we got one in Hammond. I didn't know it. I mean, when I think of Hammond, I think of good food. I think about the big events in the Horseshoe Casino. This is a welcome surprise.
Well, I'm thrilled, and we were so lucky to have Chelsea Whittington.
She's a tenant, yeah.
Oh my gosh, she's a tenant, but she's a friend, and she's just so incredible to help us get the word out.
Yeah.
Because that's what I'm saying. This is kind of the diamond no one knows exists.
No one knows.
And there's so many great things happening there in downtown Hammond, and there's so many great things that happen at the HDC.
Yeah.
We want everybody to know. We want everybody to come.
Yeah.
If you're interested in starting a small business, come. We have educational programs. We have office space for you to rent. We have a loan program for small businesses.
Wow.
I mean, we really every year try to think of what is the next great thing that we can do to help our community and to help people who want to start a business. Yeah,
now I want to give, before I know you're kind of pressed for time, you got to get open, but I want you to give me the logistics of the event though, Red, White, and Black. I believe it's on the 18th.
Yes, it's Friday the 18th. And the opening party is from 5 p.m. to 8 p.m.
Okay.
We're located at 5233 Holman Avenue.
Right.
So right in downtown Hammond. And everyone is welcome. It's open to the public.
Free. Hors d'oeuvres, refreshments.
Hors d'oeuvres, refreshment, great music. So really, it's a great night out, really for the whole family.
And so you've got how many artists that are participating in this?
We have 11 artists that are participating.
Now, are they limited to the amount of, paintings or photographs that they show, or are they just, it varies?
It'll vary depending on the size.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
So obviously Felix is the curator, so he is the mastermind, and everybody brings their work in, and then it always scares me because I'm like, what is he going to do with this? And then he hangs it, and it becomes a beautiful exhibit. So can't wait to see it.
Now let me ask you about the HDC because that's an interesting proposition too, and we know that there are people, in particular since COVID. There are a lot of people that kind of reevaluated what they're doing. I mean, people had a lot of time on their hands. They talked with their spouses. They found out that, I want to try my dream. There's no better time than now to go launch my business. How do they get in contact, and what are the procedures to kind of get involved with you all? What are you looking for?
You're so right with that. We have seen a boom in new tenants and in people enrolling in our programs. So we have a website, hdcnwi.org. You can go to our website, and all our classes, all of our programs, everything about tenancy is all listed there. We also have a Facebook page, which is HDC, but they can always contact me. And my email is Jackie, Jackie, at hdcnwi.org, or 803-6304 is my telephone number.
Absolutely. You know, Mr. DeRosa, we're going to get you back on here. You know that, don't you?
Oh, I'd love to.
I like your energy. Plus, I want to connect you with my girl Jennifer out in I mean, for real.
Yes.
You all can have some things going on like between the two places. But this is great work that you're doing. I wish Felix was here. I would have loved to meet him as well. Hopefully, we'll meet him in the future. Once again, February 18th. What time does the little hors d'oeuvres thing start?
5 p.m.
Yes, and then and then the event.
Yeah, the event at the same time. Everything we're doing, everything all at once. We're not making
I like
you wait.
it, so I can look at art and eat too and drink. All right, I'm there.
All right, we hope you come. We hope everyone comes. Thank you, Jeffrey, so much.
I appreciated this. Miss Jackie DeRosa of the HDC, and of course, she's talking about that wonderful event coming up, Red, White, and Black. Go check it out. It is the 18th of February. We're going to keep reminding you going forward. All right, tell you what we're going to do. We're going to take a quick break. When we come back,